Get ready!
Yeah, that'll never get old. Holy fuck! I wish I could just make my own games instead of playing this shit! Oh yeah, I can. Let's do this. Okay then. That's my first event ready. Let's give that a shot. Can't see my main character. And the event doesn't work. Screw this then. Wait. I've got another idea. To Steam! Enter Game Dev Tycoon, the first game to come out of Greenheart Games. Starting in the days of Pong and DeLoreans, you begin your video gaming empire in your garage, making pieces of crap for the home computer or the equivalent of the Commodore 64. Over the course of 35 years, you'll build your company and experience the history and future of video gaming. Now, thanks to licensing and whatnot, Nintendo becomes Nintendo, which somehow makes the NES the TES, and then you get other such amusing equivalents as the Sony PlayStation becoming the Vonnie Play System. One issue with the rise and fall of consoles and companies in this game is that it accurately follows history every time you play. The Dillard pointed out to me that that encourages the player to abuse the big consoles and avoid flop consoles every time, meaning you miss out on a big chunk of the game because you're involuntarily power gaming. There's probably a mod to fix this if you want. Okay, but how do you represent the incredibly in-depth process of creating a video game? Game Dev Tycoon does it like this. Choose a title, genre, platform, and other key factors. Keep in mind that some combinations are just designed to work better than others. An alternate history RPG aimed at children on the iPhone may sound amusing, but odds are it won't sell very well. From there, it's a matter of prioritizing your staff, deciding which elements of the game get the most effort, and what features to add to each. Things like RPGs needing good stories and action games needing solid gameplay are worth considering. As you work on your game, you'll earn design, technology, and research points. Design and tech determine how your game will come out, and research points can be used to research upgrades and new elements. There are other ways to get research points, but I'll let you figure those out. Once you're done, you can release the game or bury it forever in the New Mexico desert. In a short time, the reviews will begin rolling in. These 1 to 10 scores determine the overall success of your game and how well it sells. To learn more about how your game did the way it did, you should always generate a game report shortly after you release it. From there, you can use up those research points on new features, topics, training, or jump right into the next game. Remember, it costs money to keep your company running, and anytime you're not selling something, you're losing money. And anytime your characters stop to scratch their head, they've stopped all progress they had going, which is awful and happens a lot, because apparently programmers have super dry scalp. Code Monkeys was a very good show, and if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, you should, but I think they took it off Netflix. You would think releasing game after game would eventually get boring, but the game keeps things fresh with things like the Games Expo, building new game engines, and creating your own console, which I didn't even know you could do until after I beat the game for the first time. Behold, my army of undead gamers! Speaking of beating the game, Game Dev Tycoon tallies up a score for you and your friends to compete with, and then presents you with a short message thanking you for playing and asking you to spread the word about the game, which is precisely why this review exists. Considering I probably picked up this game during a Steam sale, it's been worth every penny. For as simple as the game is, it has a really fun, creative charm that's really hard to come by. I highly recommend you support this indie game developer and pick up a copy of Game Dev Tycoon. Hey, this is Carlito from that video you probably just watched, unless you turned on this video and went straight to the end, which is very weird of you. If you did like the video you probably just watched, you should give us a like and then tell all your friends and maybe share it on Facebook or whatever you want to do. Speaking of Facebook, we have one of those. You could always link to us on one of those to see if we ever put out any more of these reviews, which is interesting that I mention that because we put out a lot of these reviews in the past, which you can find right here. Also, we had this new thing called our Ruptured Studios Challenge. This month, it happens to be the Fire Truck Challenge. At least, you know, when we release this video. Good luck on that. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more Ruptured Studios.